They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Final play of the half, Mills.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this...
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Well, you're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Mills now.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins
from 4 yards out.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Ravens 40, Texans 14. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Raven first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
1st down, Mills.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. 40 yards.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
41 yards.
And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
To throw, Mills.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Jackson on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This offense so far on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A first down throw for Mills.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards.
Throwing, Mills.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Ravens 50, Texans 27.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the
continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as